Well, let's start with some information that is just coming in from Myanmar, where there is reportedly a fresh spurt of violence that's been reported in Myanmar. At least 32 people have been killed and nearly a dozen of them are said to be security personnel. Now, in a series of attacks overnight to the border posts in the Rakhine states, the Myanmar military has blamed the Rohingya militants for the attacks. The reports indicate that as many as 24 police posts were attacked and some 150 militants were involved in this attack. Now, Rakhine is one of the poorest states in Myanmar and is heavily populated by Rohingya Muslims. Now, it is the worst violence in the country in months. Hundreds of thousands of Rohingyas have been forced to flee the country following the violence. And for more on this, we are joined in by my colleague Saad Hamadi, who joins us from Dhaka. Saad, what information do we have on this development?
Saleh, there would be a repercussion of this fresh attack that has been reported, in which 32 persons have been killed. Even yesterday, I got to hear from the Rohingya community who are living in Cox's Bazar in the southern part of Bangladesh, who said that there were about 4 to 7 persons killed yesterday, and these were happening by military actions. All of these have been taking place since last October, and as a result of which about 87,000 people, the Rohingya community, have migrated to Bangladesh through various means, mostly illegally, because they were not finding any other ways or means to stay in the Rakhine state, which belongs to the minority community over there, the Muslim minority population known by the name of Rohingya. So this is going to have a repercussion for Bangladesh as well, because there's already an influx of this Rohingya minority community in Bangladesh, reportedly around 500,000 Rohingya people living in the country. Although officially the registered refugee of the Rohingya community is about 30,000 in Bangladesh, but there's a growing influx, and this fresh number, about 87,000 since last year, will add on to that, and this is quite an economic burden for Bangladesh unless any action is taken.
We get the point
authorities.
that Rohingyas have been fleeing from Myanmar, but this particular incident, the latest one which has come, where 32 people have been killed, where exactly has this happened, and what has led to this incident? Have the Rohingyas claimed responsibility for it? For the Rohingyas themselves are arguably the most persecuted community there is.
My conversation with the Rohingya people in Bangladesh suggests that these are carried out by the military over there. With these authorities in Myanmar who are taking these actions, mostly in the Rakhine state. They're taking these Rohingya community as hostage, the Rohingya people, taking them as servants in some of the military families, and then targeting them, some of them being assaulted. And then there are all actions and investigations carried out in which there are blanket operations carried out by the military in the Rakhine community, as we get to hear from the migrants who are coming to Bangladesh and eventually sharing these insights to us.
And also, what has the Myanmarese government, how has Myanmar reacted to this incident of violence that has broken out? Because Myanmar does not recognize Rohingyas as their citizens, despite the fact that lakhs and lakhs of Rohingyas actually live in Rakhine and have been living there for several decades, if not for more than a century now. How is the Myanmar government reacting to this?
Since the 72 change in the constitution of Myanmar, the Rohingyas haven't denied the citizenship in Myanmar, and there has not been any response that has been made to Bangladesh for these migration that is taking place illegally. And now, without a resolution carried out between Myanmar and Bangladesh, there will not be any solution to this ongoing crisis that is only pushing this community back to Bangladesh. The Myanmar authorities claim that they are Bangladeshi people, and they do not belong to Myanmar, and as a result of which they have to get back to their lands. And there's a growing dispute between that. India has said recently that they're in talks with Myanmar and Bangladeshi authorities to get to a resolution of this, but there has not been any progress either from Bangladesh or from Myanmar as regards the resolution is concerned.
Right, Saad, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed for joining us from Dhaka and bringing us those updates. So this is the latest that has happened in terms with the Rohingyas in Myanmar.